What up, cappers? What up, gamblers? What up, low baggers? No, I'm kidding. To do an impression, I wasn't even planning on doing that. It just came into me. It's infectious, you know. Some of the things you do is infectious, you know. I noticed a long time ago, though, that because most, you know, I could do an impression of Hitler and Bob Dylan. I love Bob Dylan. I hate Hitler, but but I noticed a long time ago that no one ever thinks an impression of them is good. I noticed that, like in like grade school, when I was like in 6th grade doing impressions of my friends. They all thought my impressions of everyone else was good, but the ones about them were terrible, and they didn't think it was funny. Anyway, welcome to the Loshak in the Bag show. His name is Jimmy the Bag. My name is Peter Loshak. That was not planned. I haven't opened the show for a long time, and it just came up into me, and it welled up into me. Today, of course, is the last show of the week, Friday, September 21st. I'm feeling a little bit better. Shout out to everyone, all the Low Bag family. We love you all. So many great people, so many excellent cappers, so many funny people. Just a great, I just can't express it enough. But we've got so much stuff to cover today that I can't spend any more time talking about how much I love all you guys. You know that I do. You know that I do. We'll bullshit about that on Monday in the Monday show. But right now, there's so much stuff we got to get into, right? NFL, MLB, college football. Jimmy, I don't know if he had time, but he says he had time to cover CFL. Did you have time to cover CFL?
I covered today's game.
Unbelievable. Okay.
I
MMA.
didn't get to the three games tomorrow.
I did the video with Annie Marak, and it was a great video. Annie Marak gave great analysis and great points, as always. I gave a couple of picks that I'm liking. It's a tricky card. We'll go over it a little bit. And today's MLB card, of course, we'll review that. I gave a whole bunch of picks. Jimmy the Bag only gave a handful of picks. We have
Just
three.
one.
Right, only one pick. That's right. And maybe I'll have some others that are coming in. Right, I'm sorry. All right, I'm back in the opening the show, and I'm getting reacclimated to opening the show. We have 3 videos coming in today, I am told. 2 covering college football from Brick's Picks, and of course Walter Trotter. I'm very excited to see that one. And I'm told that Annie Marak also made us a video to cover a little bit more of UFC Fight Night 137 that he didn't cover in the video that I did with him. But so we got a lot to cover. And I also did find time to look into the Puerto Rican basketball game, Bayamon against Arecibo. Who was it that requested that? Who said he was liking Bayamon to cover?
It's one of our favorite guys. I'm just
was
I'm
it
just
Elio
a mess
Rodriguez?
right
Who
now.
was it? No. Anyway,
What's wrong with
think
me?
about it. But I did look into that game. I know the guy who requested it says that he's liking Bayamon to cover. I understand that, but I'll tell you, that one makes me nervous. It's it's the finals. It's a playoff series, and basketball finals like that. Whenever you have the top 2 teams in the league play each other home and home and home and home, we know that those can be funky series. And I'm not exactly sure that Bayamon. These 2 teams are very evenly matched. They've each won on their home court twice, and I know Bayamon's at home, but I'm not convinced that they should be a big favorite here at about 4.5 points. So I'm hoping you cash if you bet Bayamon to cover, but I'm not on that one. And the only play that I'd be leaning towards in that one would be the over at 176.5. I think the over might be worth a shot, but I am not convinced that Bayamon laying 4.5 points against Arecibo in this spot, unless there's some injuries I don't know about. I'm not convinced of that, but I'm sure you're seeing something, and I hope that you're right about what you're seeing. I also did a little bit of a handicapping for OHL. Are you familiar with the OHL in Canada?
I think I'm not familiar with the Ontario Hockey League, of course.
I did actually make a bet on the Oshawa Generals over the Kingston. What? You ever heard of Oshawa? You ever heard of them?
Yeah,
you ever heard of them?
It's Oshawa. It's about 45 minutes from Toronto.
Oh, okay. The Oshawa Generals.
Home of Eric Lindros.
I did not know that. Over the Kingston Frontenacs. I'm just not seeing it. I don't understand why Oshawa should be an underdog in this game.
Oshawa. Was that what it was called? Maybe that was what the land was called 200 years ago.
Yes, someone that was, absolutely.
But fucking Whitey came in and put on that Osh.
Now it's Oshawa. I didn't look into the roster, expected rosters as deeply as I would like, but I'm not quite sure that. Is Kingston? Are they like generally considered to be the an elite team in this OHL? Because unless they have a reputation that precedes them, I don't understand why they would be a favorite here over Oshawa.
In Kingston, there are more doctors per capita than any other city in our fine country. We also have the biggest penitentiary in Kingston, Kingston Pen.
Mm-hmm.
Things change very fast in the OHL because when the best players move up and graduate. I'm very excited that you're capping.
I'm
the
not
OHL.
seeing it. I'm looking at it and I'm like,
what line is that?
What? Oshawa is a small dog. They're plus 102, and I'm not seeing it at all. Kingston looks like they're really struggling right now, and unless there's some lineup additions that I'm not aware of, which is entirely possible, I was thinking that Oshawa would be the play here at plus 102. I did bet it, a modest 1 unit size. I got it at plus 102. I'm going to quickly check to see if
think Oshkosh Bagosh when you say Oshawa. But yes,
Oshawa.
Nostra Toda, Quebec Junior Major Hockey League, right there. He knows that well. And our man, Mr. Gokster, said it's a rivalry game, Pete.
Right. It's a rivalry game, sure. But I'm assuming that all these towns are like a 5-minute walk from each other. They've all got to be rivalry games. But I'm just right. That's what I think about in Canada.
It's the biggest country.
Is it?
I guess, did we take it away from our
I thought you could walk everywhere in Canada.
Yeah,
no?
If you
all right. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
If you want to get wrapped and tortured.
Listen, I think that I'm just not seeing from what I looked at. I looked at all the games they played so far. It's the first game of the season for Oshawa, and they played a bunch of preseason games.
We call Oshawa the Dirty Schwa.
Ah, okay.
Because if you're looking for meth, if you're looking,
is that true?
Oh yes. Oh
Okay.
yeah. If you're looking for that lit crack pipe, as you call it.
That's where you would find it?
That's where you would find it. Everybody's got that itchy, hot crack pipe in their pocket.
All right.
Everyone's always itching down there.
I do know that we have a significant amount of... hold on one second. Whoa. I do know that we have a significant amount of sharp guys from Canada who watch this show. So if anyone has any opinions on the OHL, on this OHL game, I was looking at this. I was like, "There's no way Oshawa should be a dog here. No way." But apparently they are. And if anyone has any insights as to why they would be and why, I already made my bet and I'm going to ride with it at plus 102. But let me see. Ralph Portuando says, "I thought we were pressed for time. Oshawa, who gives a rat's ass." No, I hear you.
We are so pressed for time.
We are pressed for time.
We're talking about the Dirty Schwa.
We spent about 4 minutes analyzing the Dirty Schwa versus Kingston. I'm not seeing it. Why should they be a dog here? I'm not seeing it. But I'm presumably there is a reason. But I'm just not getting it. I'm just not getting it. Kobe Valentine, is there any reason why Oshawa should be an underdog here to Kingston?
That's a very good question. A very good question.
Oh, and Jessica Fine is bad. Jessica
nice.
Fine. Hell yeah. Jessica Fine.
On a Friday.
I want to fuck you, Jessica Fine. I don't care if you're a dude. I don't care if you're really a dude behind that scream name. Let's do this, Jessica Fine.
God damn
I want to make love to you. I want to have sex with you, Jessica Fine. Let's do this. Let's do this. Stop hating on me, Jessica Fine. Let's meet up in real life. Let's fuck. Let's do this, Jessica Fine.
I didn't want to have to do this, but...
You know what I'm saying? Jessica Fine, I'm ready for you, baby. I'm ready for you, baby. I don't care if you're really a dude behind that screen name. I'm ready for you, baby. All right, let's get into it. Give me the bag. All right, now we're wasting time. Now we're definitely wasting time. All right, here we go. Jessica Fine says, Loshak, show off that hairline off. Yeah, I don't give a shit, baby. Jessica Fine, you think I can't get chicks like this anyway? You're wrong. I definitely can. I learned that a long time ago. I learned that the main thing you got to have to get women is money. Second thing you got to have is a little bit of personality. Looks is nice, but a receding hairline, a bald spot, it's way down the line in terms of attracting the ladies. All right, so let's see. What do we got here? What do we got here, Jimmy?
We've got to get to work.
Yeah.
We need to keep a brisk pace.
Yes, let's keep a brisk pace.
Well, I didn't make any bets yet.
Oh, was it Alejandro Blanco? He was the guy who requested it, right?
Yes, it was.
And he just asked a question. Did you get to capping the Puerto Rican Basketball League finals? Yes, we did. I started off the show with that, Alejandro Blanco. We definitely don't have time to, again, just to summarize, Alejandro Blanco, I know you're thinking that Bayamon is going to cover as a favorite. I'm not quite seeing it. I'm thinking the over at 176.5 might be a play. As you know, I'm sure these are two offensive juggernaut teams, and one of the home games that they played at Bayamon went into the 200s. So I'm liking the over, Alejandro Blanco. If you bet Bayamon, I hope you cash, but I'm not quite seeing it. Game 5 in a series like this with a home favorite giving points like that makes me nervous, but I hope you cash at Alejandro Blanco. I might, before the show is over, give the over as a play, but I'm not going to take Bayamon. All right, let's get to it. Let's see. What do we have here, Jim?
I want to talk Reds Marlins. I've still
Okay.
not made a bet yet on baseball today. I can't get the first 5 team total overs myself. Marlins first 5. Reds Marlins first 5 under. Should I make a move here? Jamal Heron says you guys are very low.
Jamal Heron also not happy with the time that we waste. I hear you, Jamal Heron. Let's Catman. Sheesh. All right, we're about to get to it, but now we waste a little bit more time. I love Jamal Heron. I love Jamal Heron.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be loquating down here. Exactly. My fault, man. My fault. I got a little aroused. I loquated all over the place.
It happens. All right, let's get to it. MLB. All right, so let's review the picks that we gave in the morning show. Sure. I took Mets Washington. Washington second half at plus 115 was definitely a lean for me, and maybe the Mets to hit Ross. Maybe the Mets first 5 innings team total over was also a lean. Milwaukee Pittsburgh, a tricky game. I'm going to stay off that. Slight thinking about taking Milwaukee on the second half, but I'm passing on that one for now. Baltimore against the Yankees. I did take a shot with Baltimore first 5 innings team total over 1.5 minus 116, and Jimmy the Bag wound up going on that one as well. I'm in a zone here, Jim, so I'm not going to ask you what's so funny. But Sabathia, great guy and a reliable starter even now, but at 1.5 in this spot, it's just a little bit low. So I took a shot with Baltimore first 5 team total over 1.5 minus 116. So did Jim. Yes, if it had been 2, I probably wouldn't have, or maybe I would have. I don't know. But at 1.5, I definitely took it. Tampa Bay, Toronto, didn't look into that. No overnight line pass for me. Cincinnati, Miami. What's up with Yin Chen? Obviously, just the weirdest dude in terms of home road splits in the entire MLB. Just an absolute pig of a starting pitcher on the road and near top of the rotation status level achievement at home. Yin Chen just unbelievably good at home and unbelievably bad on the road. I took a shot with Miami at plus 125 on the first 5 innings. It feels kind of trappy, but I did do that. Boston, Cleveland, Sale against Bauer, a very weird, wacky game. I did take a shot with no score in the first inning at minus 143. No score in the first inning at minus 143. I think Sale will be okay here for his limited number of pitches. And Bauer had pitched a couple of simulated games. I think if there was anything wrong with him, they would not throw him out here, but maybe they would anyway. Who knows? But I'm willing to believe in Bauer for 1 inning, no score in the first. I took that one. KC, Detroit, this is my biggest play of the day, I guess. Just a fade of Nelson Liriano. I took KC on the first 5 team total over 2 minus 125. That is a birthday pick both for King Rail's wife and for KB Kingu about business. I also doubled up on it. I took KC on the full game team total over 4 minus 138 just because I think that Liriano is probably going to be vulnerable enough here where he might give up all 4 runs on his own. So I took KC first 5 and full game team total overs. Also would be leaning KC first 5. Also would be leaning the first 5 over. Also would be leaning the full game over. And that's that. Philly and Atlanta. It's an interesting game. There's been a 10-cent line move in favor of Philly. I'm going to pass on this one.
What about the total there? Is the over interest you?
Well, I don't even know what to think. I mean, Tehran has had control issues, but again, has not gotten burned with his control issues. And Pivetta is also very, very up and down. I feel like I'm just going to pass on this one. Quite frankly, I feel like I got a little lucky getting out of the Atlanta minus, getting a win on the Atlanta -1 bet that we both were on yesterday.
We were fortunate, but is that just a bad Philly bullpen that we can probably count on again?
Oh, and a bad Philly defense. Yes, I'm just saying that I was watching that game until about the 5th inning, and I was like, man, I hope I get bailed out on this one. This game, I think, is going to be a pass for me. Texas and Seattle, there's rain. I don't know if it's going to go off, but I definitely like the second half under. I bet that one at 4.5. In the morning show, it had already moved down to 4. I gave that one as an official pick, and I would also be leaning full game under as well, although I know Hirado is supposed to come in after the starter, and he has definitely been off of his game. Angels in Houston, very interesting. I'm going to pass on it. My sense is that probably the Angels have a teeny bit of value at this big of an underdog line. San Francisco, St. Louis, again, I bet the second half under 3.5 minus 130, and in the morning show it was 3 plus 110, so I didn't give that one as an official pick. I'm on the fence about giving that as an official pick. Colorado, Arizona, pass for me as of right now. Minnesota, Oakland had no overnight line, so I didn't give a play on that one in the morning show. And then the Dodgers San Diego game. Oh shit, is Stripling in now?
Stripling is
okay, all right. I had San Diego team total over and the first 5 innings for San Diego, but both of those plays are now canceled now that Stripling's in. All right, and that's that. I'm just seeing that right now. So that's basically it. Plays that I'm definitely liking the most are fade of Liriano, KC first 5 team total over and the full game team total over, and then some other stuff that's a little more dicey. Jimmy the Bag, what do you have here for us?
I'm going to add a couple plays here. I also feel like that the Rays second half should be the play. I feel like Reed Foley is capable of a good start. I like what he's been doing lately, but I don't think he's having trouble in the second and third time through the lineup. What would you get Rays second half right now?
Rays second half. Let me see. Let me find that one. Rays second half. Minus 130. Minus 130.
And what do you think of the Rays second half? I know you're a guy who loves second half.
Actually, these Rays games, I mean, as you know, we all know about what the Rays have been doing with their bullpen, and that's got to be throwing off their bullpen numbers in general. It's been very effective. This game didn't have an overnight line, as most of the Rays games don't now, and I've just kind of been passing on it. Obviously, the Rays are a team that in any given situation, on any given bet, on any given night, I think they're probably more likely to be a side with value than not, you know? So if you wanted to take the Rays and the Toronto bullpen, what's that looking like?
It's garbage.
Garbage, huh?
Well, I mean, it's a weak bullpen. By the way, Paco Healy says my wife is driving on her way to a wedding. She's now hearing what I listen to daily. She seems halfway impressed.
Who said that?
Paco Healy.
Wait, Paco Healy said that. He's okay. Shout out to Paco Healy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Jessica Fine still. God, this Jessica Fine bitch. That's right. I called you bitch. Yeah, that's right. I called you bitch, Jessica Fine. Why did I call you bitch? Because that's what you are, bitch. Jessica Fine, this bitch seems horny for me. She says, Loshak. She says, Loshak, how big is your apartment? One bedroom, 5.5 baths. Your quarter of a unit covers that monthly payment. Hello, mama. Jessica Fine, I'm happy to inform you that one of my plays in the morning show was Cubs White Sox second half over 3.5 minus 120. White Sox just put up 3 in the bottom of the 6th, so it's not in the bag yet. All you need is one more run, and that will be another second half total winner for me, Jessica Fine. You identified my second half totals in the morning show as particularly bad bets. You were wrong on that one. Looks like I'm on the cusp here of getting another second half winner, second half totals winner. Hell yeah, Jessica Fine. All right, let's move on, Jimmy the Bag. Yeah, again, okay.
I find the Rays second half very appealing. I'll make a decision on that within the next few minutes.
Yes.
I think that Royals first 5 team total over is a nice play. We talked about how Lariano gets touched by righties and righties only. So let's just take a quick look at that Royals lineup. Make sure it has as many righties. Here. Let's take a look at this righties lineup. Make sure they have enough righties. So Merrifield, Mondesi. The only lefty in the lineup is Gordon. Perez, Dozier, Bonifacio, Escobar, Herrera, Gallagher. I will join you on that first 5 team total over.
Which one?
On the Kansas City.
Okay, see, all right, yeah, I think that, again, this to me, it seems like low-hanging fruit. The low-hanging fruit plays are not locks, but I think they are at least 55, 58, maybe 60% plays. Let me see what line we can get. The best for you now is, it's gone down just a little bit. Now 2 minus 115 at Pinnacle, which is,
what did you get it at?
I got it at minus 125. It was minus 126 at Pinnacle earlier. That's interesting. Are people out for the KC lineup?
Well, no, they just had to stack all the right-handed bats.
Yeah. Okay.
Flipper wants Jessica to stick around. Loving what you're doing with it. But
all right. Yeah. Listen, the line has gotten bet down a little bit, so you're going to get KC first 5 team total over 2 minus 115. I'm surprised by that line move, and I'm not sure what I think about it, but I'm okay with it. I'm concerned, but I'm okay with it.
I will take the Tampa Bay Rays second half.
Okay.
Tampa Bay minus 130.
Tampa Bay Rays second half at minus 130. Yes, let me just see. All right, so here we go. So Jim's going to take KC, and you're going to take Tampa Bay second half minus 130.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and now 2 plays that I'm going to need a second to bet here. I'm going to take the Marlins first 5 plus a half. Marlins first 5 plus a half.
Yes. All right. Okay. Let me see. When I see a game like this, Jim, I'm thinking you want to take the dog line because Chen is either if Chen's not on his game, he's going to get hit.
But he's never not on his game. My concern is Luis Castillo being on his game, and there's been a bunch of these first 5s that I've hit in the last week and a half where it's been a tie going into the 6th inning.
And I thought you did I thought you did the right thing there. I'm just saying that because this one I see a lot of volatility with both starters. Even volatility has to do with even if Chen is more likely than not to have a good start, I think his good starts are likely to be very good, and his bad starts are likely to be very bad. So, okay, if you want the first half plus...
Well, what's the difference?
Well, minus 115, and the money line would be plus 125.
Yeah, I don't see that as a big enough difference. I'm going to take the tie as a win here.
All right, minus 115. So Jim's taking Miami. Yeah, hopefully it won't matter. Hopefully we'll both cash easily. Miami first half plus a half minus 115.
And then what looks to me like my only other play on the card, and then we can move on, Unless we find the bullpen day out of the Rangers, I'm curious to actually hear what the Mariners line is. Why don't we talk about Ramirez for 1 second? I am going to take the over in Phillies Atlanta.
Okay. Let me find that line for you. Line shopping as always here. Line shopping as always with Jessica Fine. We do that in all situations in our betting careers. So we can give you 8.5 minus 116. That would be the best line right now.
Perfect.
All right,
Okay,
so Jim's going to take.
I am going to have to make those bets in a second, but we are going to move on to college football. Maybe I can do that when the videos are being played. Okay, and then one final thing. What would I get on the Mariners right now with Erasmo Ramirez?
The Mariners on the money line would be minus 120 would be the best line.
And what do you think about the Rangers? Do you think their bullpen is capable of a bullpen day?
Yeah, I don't like Jurado, but I think that they're, I'm hoping that he's out by the 6th inning because I did bet and give as official pick the second half under. I think one way or another they're probably going to be okay. It makes me nervous, but I think one way or another they're probably going to be all right.
You know what? Ramirez is trash. I guess I can't back him, but I do think these bats are heating up. What did the weather change? Is there still horrible thunderstorms throughout that whole forecast?
I'm seeing. Let me see the Texas game.
Oh yeah, the Texas manager that was fired today, wasn't he? I believe the Texas manager was fired today.
I'm actually seeing heavy. I'm seeing light rain and then heavier rain towards the end of the game. I'm seeing a heavy rain report here towards the end of the game. So who knows if this game's going to go off or what? But okay.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to stick with just those two plays, and I will make the bets there. I can understand, the line move for the A's. I think I missed the boat if I wanted to take it. I believe that's now a minus 170.
Which one?
For the Oakland A's.
For the Oakland A's.
Yeah.
Yes, massive line move there.
Yeah, so I think I just kind of missed the boat here. I found this card difficult anyways. It's near the end of the season. I'm just going to make, Sasana says, check out Texas's lineup. Good idea.
Yes, let's check out all the lineups, actually.
What is
we do
Texas
want to get to college football as soon as we can, but yeah.
Chu, Profar, Andrews, Mazzara, Beltre, Odor, Chirinos, Gallo in the 8th spot. Weird. And Calhoun. It's a nasty lineup. There's just so much rainfall. I'm not going to bother with that, but that's a good-looking, nasty lineup there. Okay, I'm comfortable. I'm just going to, the 2 team total overs, I can't bet. The second half, I can't bet. So the 2 bets I can bet, I will bet. I will take the Marlins first 5. I will take the over in Phillies Braves, and that will be my entire card for the day.
All right, so Jim has just added on here.
Kenneth Mitchell says it's raining here in Texas, but not heavy.
I mean, I'm seeing on the weather report heavy rain later on at like 10 o'clock. So who knows? Jim has added on KC first half team total over 2 minus 115. Tampa Bay second half. Miami first half plus a half minus 115. Philly Atlanta over 8.5 minus 116. The only leans that I'm really thinking about are adding on Washington second half plus 115. Mets first 5 innings team total over. Maybe going with San Francisco St. Louis even at 3 at plus 110. And then this KC game maybe I'm just. I don't like to see when the market goes against my lean, so or my opinion. I was thinking about KC -1 at like plus 145, the over at 9, the first 5 over at 5. Those are all interesting leans to me, but it's just I just don't quite get why the market is moving in the opposite direction as from where. Wow, yeah, the total is going down. I don't get it. Liriano looks very iffy to me. All right, that's it. I'm just going to stick with my plays, and we'll ride, and hopefully
we're good here. Why don't we put the little bow on this by announcing Ayushia DeRosas. Parlay says, tell Peter to write it.
Okay.
He's on the Indians, the Phillies, the A's, the Cardinals, and the Brewers, and getting 14.5 to 1.
Wow.
Good luck. Get that cash.
Okay, you got to be careful with these parlays, but let's see. The Indians, Phillies, wow, A's, Cards, Brewers. All right, I hope you. Last time someone asked me for their opinion on a parlay, and I said it made me very nervous. It did cash. So I'm hoping that
our man Muhammad Goma. Yeah.
I'm looking at this one. I'm thinking that every single. I mean, the A's obviously is looking good, but I'm thinking that every single side of this might have a little bit of value, but could easily lose. The Brewers could easily lose, right? Phillies could easily lose. Indians could easily lose, right? But again. I hope you cash. Ayushia DeRosa. I'm not on the opposite side of you on any of these, and I hope you cash. The only play I'm on is in the Indians game, no score in the first. That's it. And I'm on the second half under in the Cards game.
Parlay Poppy thinks the Cards are going to crush Bummy today. I'm curious if our man Scotty Rock's with us, what he thinks, and Ralph Portwando, if either of those guys are with us, because they have such a good read on what's going on with San Francisco Giants. I wonder if they think. But yeah.
Wow, Parlay Poppy, awesome bet on the Cards today, huh? Really?
Yeah, really, really believing in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the San Francisco lineup can be shut down by anyone. Bumgarner is obviously not who he used to be. So I can see that.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
Well, I think we wanted to be out of here 6 minutes ago
that's
for
right.
baseball, so I'm ready. I'm ready to lock that in.
Okay, before we do that, I just want to address Jessica Fine's last comment. She says, you're betting $2.80. What does it matter? Jessica Fine, I want to fuck you. Let's do this, baby. Let's find a way to make this happen. All right, Jimmy the Bag. All right, let's move on.
I just feel it
Let's
rising.
move on.
Stay down. Stay down. Okay.
Jessica Fine. Jessica Fine. I can tell I'm making her or him, whoever it is, horny through the screen. All right, so let's move on to college football. Jimmy the Bag, we have a video from Walter Trotter. We have a video from Brick's Picks.
Yeah, my man Brick.
Yeah. Once again, are there any picks you want to add for college football? I'm sure you're going to be tweeting out a lot during the day tomorrow.
I would like the videos to go on, and then we can talk about it. First, I would like to hear what we're going to go with. My man Walter Trotter first. Also, man, DJ Big Boss sent us this incredible video that was absolutely hilarious and sharp and fun and tight. But he filmed it vertically, and when we do that, it takes the video team needs to edit it, and it takes a couple hours. They have to render it. We need, when you guys send us, we need it horizontally, please. So if you're using your phones, please use your phone horizontally. Lucrative Larry talked about that in the video because it's too bad because we just had a straight fire video from Big Boss that we can't use. Now, in saying that, we are going to start with Walter Trotter. He is on a total in the USC Washington State game.
Man, I have no idea. I mean, a lot of people are making a good case for the over, but as we know, that line's gotten bet down. It's 53 when it opened. Now it's down to 51, although it's gotten bet up just a little bit from yesterday where it was 50.5 across the board. I have no clue. I think he's going to say over.
Now, we are also going to need a couple seconds once we go, so there'll be a couple seconds of silence because our man Freddie Fortune has to do a couple quick changes. So let's go. Let's get the Walter Trotter video, my man Trotwam, in his house.
I guess it's not necessary.
Yo, this your boy, Trot Wham on Twitter. Shout out to the Money Gang Sports. Shout out to the Loshak family. Pete, Jimmy, love you guys, man. Hit the like button if you're watching this video. Now, I want to give y'all a quick pick. 50.5 USC, Washington State. Washington State is fast team, man. The last 5 games, they went over the total. USC, last 5 home games, they went over the total. Now, Clay, the head coach of USC, he got 16-0 record at home right now. I ain't trying to step in front of that, so that's why I'm not taking Washington State. I lean Washington State, though, because USC has been really soft on practice. They only been playing against the scout team. Scout teams is trash. They not really trying to tackle. Alumni are calling for Clay job because he's not running the ball. He's depending on the true freshman way too much. The guy just sprained his hand against one of the top defense in the nation, Stanford. And then you turn around and have him start and throw almost 40 attempts the next game. So they weighed too much on that young kid. It's a great combination between him and his wide receiver co-head player that they went to modern day school together. That's cool and all, but I'm all the way in on Mike Leach. I don't trust Clay. Every time after the end of the games, he always says he needs to check the tape to find out where the problems were. You talk to Mike Leach, he'll tell you right then and there. I trust Mike Leach. I trust that they're going to do everything right. Give me that over 50.5. And I might lean on Washington State. Don't let Washington State get to 2.5, man. I gotta take that. So, look, this is Money Gang Sports. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to King Rail, Red Girl, Dave L.A., Scotty, Killer. All my players and partners out there. I'm sorry I missed anybody, but, this is how we do it. Low Bag family, salute.
The quick, we're good.
There we go.
We're
We go. That was awesome. That was highly entertaining. Oh man, I'm so happy that I can hear it now. And he's totally right. It's like, I have to check the tape. Man, come on. Check the tape. Come on. Wow. All right. So he's liking the over, huh?
He is liking the over.
50.5. Yeah, that's what I mean. I was thinking that way as well. But
Rick
then
H says, great video. He's on point. Over.
yeah, it's weird that the market moved to the under. I didn't understand it when I saw it. The market is also moving in USC's favor. I mentioned earlier that I was thinking that maybe the USC team total over might be the best way to go, but Walter Trotter leading Washington State. So I don't know, man. Maybe the overs. Maybe the market is just wrong here. The kickoff is still a bunch of hours away, so it's possible we'll see like 51.5, 52 by kickoff. Easily that could happen.
Yeah.
Wow, great video, Walter Trotter. Highly entertaining, highly informative. I wish it was for a game that didn't make me more nervous. I wish it could be for a game that made me less nervous, because this one, the line moves really make me nervous here.
The line move really does, yeah. My man Tom Gunn says, great video, respect.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the line move, I would love just to jump all over it too, but I'm uncomfortable.
Hell yeah. All right. So So I'm gonna pass on this one. My lean would be to I don't know, the USC team total over at 27.5. That's what I've been thinking all week long. But Walter Trotter's like in Washington State. Maybe he would even like both team total overs.
Wow. Ray Williams letting us know that Sportsbit, Teddy and Paulie play of the day is on USC.
Is on USC.
Yeah.
Right. See, that's what I'm thinking.
Wow, Joe Lucari got the over at 49 a few days ago.
Oh my God. See, now I'm thinking if UFC wins, what's it going to be, like 23-10? Like, no, it's going to be a nice little offensive.
If USC
showing
wins the game, it's going to go over. I
Right?
mean, I shouldn't say that black and white, but yeah, it would lead to believe if USC wins the game, it would go over.
One would think. All right. Yeah. Is USC going to have a run-heavy game plan? I don't think so. Are they? I don't think so. Does Washington State have some kind of like unexpectedly top defense that we're not?
Also, this because Reef NYC says yes or don't fade Teddy right now. Their plays of the day have been like fire.
Yeah.
They're really hot with their plays today. Very, very interesting. And Jarvis Wilson says, I fucking love this show. I watch it all the time.
Hell yeah.
It's literally my ESPN.
Hell
I've
yeah.
been following this show for years when it was Pistol Pete and the other guy, but great job.
Hell yeah. And now we're getting videos from people like Walter Trotter and Sonny Vega and Mr. Gokster and Red Girl, and that's
Wait till you see my man Mason Brick make his low bag debut.
All right, so I'm thinking right now about whether I want to take USC on the team total over 27.5. I'm definitely leaning that way. And now we're going to get another video from whom? From Brick's Picks,
my
right?
man Mason Brick here making his Loshak in the bag debut. Jarvis Wilson said, I don't always comment or get recognition because I use a regular name. Jarvis Wilson, a regular name.
Oh, yes,
He's not Big Dick Tranny, he's not anything, he's just Jarvis Wilson. But he says, great show always. I catch it on Rewind when I miss, and I love the show. Thank you so much.
And OG Wham, that's Walter Trotter, right?
Yeah.
He's saying that there's not that many people attending the game, according to our alumni insider.
Yeah, Walter let us know way earlier that this is that it was half full. It was the tickets had been sold much earlier today.
So that would normally make me think that maybe there won't be as much offense, but I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, so let's get to
Before I do, I want to quickly go over it. Now, Brick lays it down fast and furious here. So he gets through 6 plays fast and furious with an edited video. I'm going to go over them really quick, and I want to hear your quick take. You have to be very fast.
Yes.
TCU at Texas.
Oh, he has
all sides.
It's all sides.
Oh, no, sorry, one total. I'll tell you when it's sold. TCU at Texas.
I think he likes TCU.
North Texas at Liberty.
Oh, definitely Liberty.
Washington State, USC.
Oh, definitely USC.
Now a total. Arizona State, Washington.
Arizona State, Washington. Oh, definitely. I don't know. I haven't checked that game. That's one of the late games with. I can't even call it.
Aside, Kansas at Baylor.
Well, I was thinking Baylor. I was thinking Baylor's the play, but he might think that. I mean, Kansas has really been impressive. I think he's going to say Baylor.
Michigan State at Indiana.
Oh, definitely, probably Michigan State.
All right. Mason Brick making his low bag debut, and there is going to be a couple seconds.
What's up, everybody? This is Brick. This is Brick's Picks. Shout out to the Low Bag Show. Shout out to the Cleveland fucking Browns for paying their rent. Let's get into these college picks that I really like this week. TCU -3 sticks out to me like a sore thumb. Texas is not a good program. His TCU is going to cover from probably the opening fucking kickoff. This is going to be a fucking blowout. Bet the bank on TCU -3. My other lock is UNT, University of North Texas. That is a dope program. North Texas is a real deal. They have a Heisman, a dark horse Heisman candidate as the quarterback. They are the real fucking deal, actually. They're just in that kind of quiet conference where not too a whole lot of shit goes on all the time. That's going to be like a 56-0, 77-0 game. The walk-on seniors is going to get to play and fucking everything. Serious program they're building in Denton, Texas. UNT, University of North Texas, -12.5 against Liberty. What the fuck Liberty was, didn't even know that place existed. I really like Washington State. They're coming into this game undefeated. The spread is 3.5, 4 points on some books. Take that. I'm even going to take the money line on a little try me because I really like what Washington State do. They run it up. That means they have a shot in any game they play. Arizona State and Washington over 50. I think it's moved up to 50.5. Over serious. I can see this game going over in the first half. And Arizona State had a fluke game last week. They're still good. I like Kansas +8.5, and I really love Indiana +5. I'm even going to take Indiana money line just for shits and giggles. I might even do a 2 or 3 pick upset parlay. TCU and UNT, pay your rent, pay your mama's rent, pay your girlfriend's rent, pay your side bitch's rent. I'm out. This is Brick. You know what we're doing.
Barry said,
We
now
got
we're
audio.
up. Now we're up.
Oh man, was that good?
Yeah, man.
Brick's picks, a lot of underdogs, a lot of surprising picks there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the TCU game, I'm on the under. I feel like, you know, we who was it that said he liked it? Was it Sonny Vega who said he liked Texas? Some people were saying
No, it was a Big Ragu. Big Ragu's video. He has
Big
Texas,
Ragu
yeah.
likes Texas. Yeah, I think that the under is a safer play. I'm on that one. And then the Indiana-Michigan State game, it's just a matter of the talent discrepancy here. You know, is Michigan State going to bounce back here? And you know, I can understand why that might be a super square play to think that Michigan State is. I haven't bet that one yet, but certainly, you know, you can make a great argument for Indiana as a home dog. What are the other? And then the Kansas game. Yeah, I mean, what's up with Kansas? Are they really a much better team now than they were last year? I'm not totally convinced of that. I was thinking, I was looking for the Baylor line to drop down to 7 and to take it there. I was leaning Baylor this week. But again, I might be Mr. Square here looking at all the favorites and fucking Brick's picks all over the underdogs with value. Washington State. Wow. Really liking Washington. Walter Trotter also leaning Washington State. Unreal. Yeah, Indiana. Great video. Yet though he's like he never heard of Liberty, so he's not going to bet on him. I mean that's one of my secret rules I don't tell people, which is also true. If there's a school or a city that I've never heard of, I never bet it. I never bet it if it doesn't exist in my mind. So, but weren't some people saying that they liked Liberty a little bit earlier in the morning show?
And there's John Roy he's speaking right now. He says, "Beware of Liberty." I'm telling you,
man. Anyway, fucking great video, Brick's picks. Yeah, hilarious, man. Dude. Yeah. 2 great videos there. All right, now what do we do now, Jimmy the Bag?
Now we move on to CFL.
You want to move on to CFL? All right,
yeah.
So there's no college football picks that you want to add on here.
I'm going to. After this show, I'm gonna go right to a bar and I will take care of that all.
All right, so let me just quickly review all the plays that I've given this week. Once again, I did give Ohio. Jessica Fine, check this out, you fucking bitch. Check this out. You know. To all the the people who are watching this video, I don't really call women bitches. It's Jessica Fine, who's probably not a woman, just a troll online. So please forgive me for that. I would never actually call an actual woman a bitch. All right, so yes, Ohio, Jimmy the Bag. I bet that one when it opened. I think I got 9, and I gave it as an official pick at 8.5. Then Kyle Jack, resident Mac expert in the Low Bag Show, said he endorsed it when he looked into it. Now it's down to 7.5 and even some 7s. Look at that. Pinnacle has dropped all the way to 7, and I gave it at 8.5 as a pick, bet it at 9. So that's one of my plays. And everyone knows that I talked about Wake Forest as a lean early on, and I should have given that as a pick because I bet it at I think 7, and I don't remember where I bet it, 7.5 or 8. But as soon as it came out, I bet Wake Forest. It's now down to 6.5. Jimmy the Bag. We have to keep a brisk pace here, so I'm not going to ask what's so funny, but it's now down to 6.5. I also said that I like Toledo at -10. That line is still on 10. We'll see where that line moves, but that's definitely a lean, and I might tweet that one out as an official pick. Let's see what else. I also said I was liking North Carolina at now down to 3 or 3.5. Other plays. Sorry, all right, I'm losing my focus here a little bit. Let's see. Other plays. Yeah. Oh, Baylor is down to 7 at Bookmaker and Intertop. And Bet365 at 7 minus 105. So big money coming in on Kansas, moving that line down to 7. And I'm thinking that Baylor is a play. I also gave South Carolina on the money line at minus 125. I was talking about from day one this week that I was liking South Carolina over Vanderbilt, and that line has moved. Florida, Tennessee, I'm on the under in that one. Slight lean to Tennessee as well, but a stronger lean to the under. Again, the TCU game is on the under. That's a play for me as well. I did also give Louisiana Monroe minus 4 as an, not Louisiana, Louisiana Lafayette. Where is that one?
Where is that fucking
Yeah,
bitch?
Louisiana Lafayette. That might have been a mistake because that is now down to 3, and I gave it at minus 4. So that's an official play that I gave that might have been a mistake. I also did give Wisconsin at minus 3, and that might have been a mistake. And I also have a very strong lean to the under in Wisconsin, Iowa. And I think, I don't remember if I gave that. I don't even remember if I gave that one as an official pick. I definitely bet it when it was 44, and I think I gave it at 43.5, but I don't remember. I'm going to pull up my spreadsheet now. If I didn't, I will throw on the under 43 right now as an official pick at minus 115. All right, any comments coming in, Jim?
There are.
There are?
a few.
A lot of comments,
There are
huh?
a few comments.
Few
Yeah.
comments coming in.
Yeah, Mr. Gokster said, Pete, did you end up taking Ushawa?
Yes, I did. Plus, I took him as a dog at plus 102. And yeah, what can I say?
Noah
I did.
Lastark has a question. He says, Pete, didn't you say early college football line moves mean more than late moves?
Did I say that early college football lines mean
Moves. Early line moves earlier in the week mean more than late moves.
No, I did not say that. In fact, I would say the opposite. It's they're different. The later line moves come from the bigger, sharp guys who have they bet that when the limits open up. You know what I mean? But the early tends to also come from guys with models who might have smaller bet sizes or who for whatever reason are willing to bet at those reduced early lines. So no, I think that the early line moves are very telling. But no, in general, the later line moves are more telling to me. Not though like the minute before kickoff though. There's a lot of shenanigans that goes on like the 10 minutes before kickoff. So when I say the late line moves, I'm talking about line moves that come in on like Thursday and Friday. I'm not talking about the line moves that come in at 11:50 on Saturday morning. Those line moves, yes. Those line moves I take with a grain of salt. I mean, I notice them and they're important, but I take them with a grain of salt. It's the big market moves Thursday and Friday that I think are the biggest, most telling moves in my personal experience and opinion. All right, Jim, what else do we have going on here?
I love it. I love it. Just that you're on fire today.
Yeah.
I still haven't made those bets. I was too excited and interested at those videos and reading all the wonderful, fun comments. But yes, we have a lot to get through. We got to keep rolling.
Yeah, let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. All right, so that's it for college football. Nothing you want to add on, Jim?
No, but it was these Fridays with the Audible show
Totally crazy.
Just so wild and tough. So I'm going to need some more time.
Okay.
But I'll be putting them out. I'll tag you on them.
Yes.
And I'll tweet them out.
And as of right now, Jim has no official college football picks, but I am noticing that I did give early in the Monday show, I did actually make Toledo minus 10 an official pick. So my official picks so far, Ohio plus 8.5 minus 115, Toledo minus 10, TCU, Texas under 48, Florida, Tennessee under 47, Wisconsin minus 3, Louisiana, Lafayette minus 4, and South Carolina money line minus 125. Leans that I haven't given are the Wisconsin game under 43, and again, Wake Forest, that's a bet, and now if I gave it, it'd have to be under 7, and also Baylor at minus 7 is also a lean. North Carolina as a home dog is also a lean, and all right, so that's it. But if there's any other plays that I want to add on, I will definitely tweet them all out as Jimmy does take of game or maybe tonight. And shall we move on?
Yes, we shall.
All right, that's it for college football for now. CFL, Jimmy the Bag. I did not even take one look at CFL this week, but I know you looked at tonight's game. What do you have for us?
I'm gonna fade Manziel here, but I can't. I would like to take the under, but we've seen what happens when Manziel starts trying too hard. Pick 6, and I'm gonna take the Alouettes team total under in this game. Manziel will be back. He openly questioned the team if they believe in him over the last couple weeks until he was announced the starter this week. The Bombers have lost 4 straight, after starting the year 5-3. Alouette lineman Tony Washington said that it's hard to block for Manziel and Pipkin because they improvise and leave the pocket, and the O-line has no idea what's happening behind them. These are the things when Manziel questioning, does this team even care about me? when the linemen are saying, well, we can't block for them because we don't know what they're doing. This sounds to me like a losing football team. Now, the Bombers have lost 4 straight, but let's stick with the Alouettes right now. Rich Stubler, who's an old-time coach, old-time CFL guy, he's advising Khalil Carter, the new Alouette defensive coordinator. And Stubler's an old-school guy, and he's got a complicated defensive playbook. It's going to take, I think this Alouettes team defensively will get better and better and better as the season moves on. And this last game against the Lions, those late pick sixes are a reason why the Lions won by so much. The Alouettes were really, now Alouettes got lucky when they blocked the field goal and ran it back. But this Alouettes defense is something that you can, let's see what John Roy says. Ian Cameron likes the over in the Montreal game. I can understand that. I can understand taking the over here because of Manziel and the field position that the Bombers can have the whole time. I'm not going to take it. I think that Alouettes team total under, I'm going to fade Manziel again. Now, Winnipeg has this potent ground attack. And the Alouettes know that that's what they have to do. They talked about all week how they have to stop the run. The main thing they have to do is stop the run. They have the highest average rushing game. They have the most rush touchdowns in the NFL. So that's my spot. I am on the Alouettes team total under.
Okay.
Razor's Edge says Al's coach says he won't hesitate to use Pipkin if needed. Yeah, I get it. Pipkin may be needed. Parlay Poppy says Montreal defensively stepped it up. I agree. Parlay Poppy also says Winnipeg's not going over 29 points in the last 5 during this epic downtrack. I'm telling the plays Winnipeg under 32 points. That might be a play. I just am concerned about the pick sixes that Manziel's very possible of delivering. Chris Temple says Alouettes have no offensive line. A lot screams to the under, but I just don't trust it here. I more trust fading Manziel, so I'm going to take the team total under.
All right, so I can give you 21 minus 105, 21.5 minus 115, or anything else you can quote me, we can give you that.
I'll take under 21.5.
All right, Montreal under 21.5 minus 115. That's the current line at Heritage.
CFL record? I see.
Yeah, I was going to say if you got the CFL record, you got the CFL record. Jimmy the Bag, of course, has been rolling this year in CFL.
Small
overall.
sample size.
Yeah, but still very, very nice. 14-9, no problem there. Plus 16% ROI, absolutely very, very nice. Jimmy the Bag,
Really,
and
higher than that.
we can check. No, I'm pretty. I mean,
okay. No, you've never made a mistake.
But that doesn't mean I could. Yeah, that is true.
No.
I've never made a mistake. But that doesn't mean I couldn't make a mistake. So we'll check it. But Jimmy's given. We're giving Montreal under 21.5 minus 115 in the CFL. Okay, are we done with that?
So that includes my 2-1. No, I thought I was 17-10 or 17-11.
17-11.
Yeah.
Here, let me see.
It's okay. We can do this after. We got too much to do here.
Yes, you are. Actually, that was an old record. I have you at 16-11 though.
16-11.
Yeah, 16-11. Because you took.
I went 2 for 3 last.
So what did that say? That said 14.
That's at 14-9.
Yeah, because you did have last minute. You did take the Ottawa first half plus a half. You remember that
You're
one?
right. Yeah.
That was a loser for you. And then before that, you had 2 losers with Edmonton, Calgary over, and then Toronto.
So what am I at right now?
I have you at 16-11. So that was actually wrong. Jim's actually a little bit better than that. 16-11 plus 4 units plus 13.4%.
Okay.
That's what I have you at, Jim.
Chris Temple says you are 17. But
because Saskatchewan minus 4.5 lost.
Yes, it did. I
Right.
went 2-1.
You went 2-1. Right.
Okay, it's all good. We got lots of work to do.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Now we're going to get to MMA.
Yes.
We do have a video from Annie Marak. Of course, watch our video previewing the entire main card of UFC Fight Night 137. It should be up at SBR Videos right now. I gave 2 plays, right? And both of them Annie Marak agreed with. Renan Barao, right, as a favorite. When I first handicapped that fight, Barao was minus 125. And I was like, this just makes no sense. We see this a lot in MMA. You don't mind if I give you impromptu lessons in MMA, Jimmy Beck? Okay, so you see this a lot. Renan Barao, of course, at one point was considered, pound for pound, top 3, top 5, whatever in the sport. And now he's on the downside of his career. He's lost 4 out of his last 5 or something like that. He's been losing a lot, right? But now he's facing a guy who's just like a regional fighter. You know what I mean? A guy who's put up a bunch of wins in a row against way inferior competition, right? And so now you got Barao, who's a legit legend, going up against this guy who's only beaten regional fighters, and they're close to having even odds. And we saw this before with Lyoto Machida. It was the same deal with Lyoto Machida. He had at the end of his career, a bunch of losses, and it looked like he was just cooked. And he was cooked as far as elite competition is concerned. But when you match up one of these veterans on the tail end of his career, used to be a pound-for-pound best fighter, and he's fighting some guy who's only fought club fighters and regional fighters, he should still be a big favorite. But it's understandable why the market doesn't put him as a big favorite, because you've just seen this guy get his ass kicked 4 or 5 fights in a row. and this other guy's coming up. He's had the tape on him looks good because he's been fighting regional fighters. But so similar to Lyoto Machida's last fight where that happened. I was thinking that Barao at -125, no way should have been that small of a favorite, and I did bet that one. When I did the call with Annie Marak, it was bet all the way up to -152, which makes sense to me. I still thought it had some value at -152, so he made that one an official pick. I did as well, and he also thinks that this has Barao by sub written all over it, and that is actually a big dog line. Barao by sub is +255. So if you want to take a chance at a big score, that might have some value there. Barao by sub at +255. I just took him at -152. The other fight that we did agree on was the Anders fight, the main event. We both think that Anders should not be an underdog. I just think that this fight is scheduled for 5 rounds. Very, very, very unlikely that this fight goes the distance. And so I took Anders inside the distance at +177. Annie Marak just took Anders to win at +142. And those are my 2 picks. Anders inside the distance at +177 and Barao to win at -152. And Annie Marak has a bunch of other picks that he likes from the main card as well. And he's got a video for us here, right, Jim?
He does.
All
You
right.
ready to throw that on for us, Freddie? Let's hit it.
What's going on, low baggers? It's Anna Marak Clinton here with your UFC Sao Paulo breakdown. If you want to check out the whole thing, I just got off the video with Pete doing that. So we gave all of our picks a full breakdown of the main card. I just want to give some quick fire rapid plays here for the low bag squad. So first off, I want to let you guys know I've got Henrique. This guy has more names than I can count, so I'm just going to call him Henrique. He's a former UFC heavyweight fighter who got his butt in shape and is dropping down to 205. He's not fighting a very impressive opponent, but at heavyweight he looked like he was pretty decent. Before he got into the UFC, he fought at 205 and he was decent. He's the underdog in this case. I think he's at like +130 or something. I'm going to roll with him. There's a matchup of legends going on here tonight. Talus Ladies versus who is he fighting? Talus Ladies is fighting, I totally just blanked out. I apologize here, guys. He's fighting Hector Lombard. Hector Lombard is way old-fashioned for the UFC. He's slow, he's plotting, he explodes, he looks for one shot to end the night. I think Talus Ladies is going to be more durable. He's going to be able to grind him out. And as soon as you get Hector Lombard out of the first round, his gas tank is gone. He's got nothing. So I expect Talus Ladies to win this one. He's a slight underdog, even money +101, something like that. I'm going to roll with him. So the picks that we gave on the show, I've got Renan Barao. He came in overweight. And the UFC fighters who have been coming in overweight recently, they give their opponent a piece of their purse, and then they walk away with a win because they're the bigger man on fight night. The UFC is serving up a cupcake. They want Barao to win this fight. The kid that he's fighting has a submission game, generally speaking, and Barao's a black belt, a legit black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've got Barao to win at -155 straight, and then I've also got Barao by sub because that's a crazy line. It's off. I think it's at like +250 or something like that. Pete can tell you. We're going to roll with Alvi and Nogueira, that fight going over 2.5. Alvi is, they talk about his knockout power all the time. He's only got 1 knockout in his last 7 fights. He's gone to decision the other times, and the only times Nogueira gets knocked out by anybody is by crazy athletic specimens like Anthony Rumble Johnson and Ryan Bader. Alvi's going to do a slow type of boxing match with him, and we are in Brazil. Nogueira might get the nod. He might get a robbery split decision here, so I'm going to lean on the over. It should be at even money or +105, something along those lines as well. I also like the Cowboy Cerrone Oliveira to win. I think Pete's taking him inside the distance. I'm going to just go under the 2.5 on here because I know some guys who I respect, some cappers who are playing the other side of this because they think the line is off. They think his opponent, Pedersoli, can show up and finish him. So I'm going to go under 2.5 at -145. For the main event, I'm going to go with Anders. He's the younger guy. He's got a better gas tank. Thiago is kill or be killed. I expect Anders to show up and put the nail in the coffin here. Best bet, if you guys want to tail, my best bets on this one is going to be Renan Barao, and then I like Anders for the main event. Those are my 2 best bet plays for you guys. Love you, low bags. We'll talk to you soon.
We're clapping. Oh,
Okay,
there we
we're
go.
good.
Now
Okay.
we go. Yes,
A
Annie
couple
Marak.
things. A couple
Go, go,
things.
go.
One, Anna Marak is doing his first article on the Sportsbook Review website. He's been a low bagger. He supported us since day one. Please support him. Read his article. Leave a good comment. And you can find that at sportsbookreview.com. Shout out for to my man Clint, to my man Anna Merrick for doing this. It's so exciting, and he richly deserves all this stuff. And speaking of supporting fellow low baggers, check out King's Court. Man, this show is great. He's been doing it with Ski Profit right now. He's going to bring multiple guests coming in. Check it out. It's a new show focusing on basketball, but talking about all sorts of sports. So low baggers support low baggers. Please support King's Court and give it a like and a thumbs up and a positive quote. Comment
all right, and some interesting comments coming in from Bill Buttlicker. He says Barrow looked very undersized, even though he missed weight by 6 pounds. I'm not laying the juice on Barrow in this spot. He should win. And Bill Buttlicker happens to be also one of the people taking Pedersoli money line. Unreal. Bill Buttlicker taking Carlo Pedersoli money line. That is an interesting. I am surprised to hear so many people thinking Pedersoli has a shot here. It just seems like a lot of people were saying initially that he was getting way too there's a lot of prospects who people feel should be promoted faster than they actually are. With Pedersoli, it's the opposite. There are people like, wait, what? Now they're giving him this fight after just his last fight that was kind of lackluster. But Annie Marak knows several people taking Carlo, and Bill Buttlicker is taking Carlo. This all surprises me. Yeah, I feel like this one has Oliveira written inside the distance, written all over it, but I'm respecting other people's opinions. That was minus 125, and I'm going to hold off on this one. I'm going to hold off on that one. I'm surprised to see so many people thinking that Carlo has a legit chance, even at just plus 300. I mean, it's not, or plus 350, whatever. It's not even like this is one of those plus 600 or 700 underdogs. It's just, so I'm surprised here. But great analysis, great insights from everyone. Duly noted, Bill Buttlicker is one of the people taking a shot with Carlo. All right, what else do we have, Jim? Now we'll move on to NFL.
Yes, let's move on to NFL.
Okay, Jimmy the Bag just did his video with Whale Capper to end the week. Any additions you want to make to your NFL card so far this week?
You know what? Can you repeat everything on my NFL card, because I like it very much.
Okay.
The only line that's moved against me is the total in the 49ers Chiefs game, and both Donnie and Whale Capper do not like the over there. They are liking the under in that game. But yeah, could you please drop?
So here are the picks that Jim has given officially in NFL this week. I have none so far, and I probably will have none. I'm not sure if I'm going to give any official picks. Jim has Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay over 53. Pats, Detroit over 51.5. Jaguars, Jacksonville minus 6.5. Green Bay Packers minus 3 at plus money. Carolina minus 3 at plus money. San Francisco KC over 55 minus 110. And Philly, the Eagles minus 6.5 minus 110. And it is interesting that when we gave you San Francisco KC at over 55, that was the reason we can give you that line was just because the Greek was holding steady, holding firm on the under. And I guess it turns out that they were right. The market has come back down, hasn't it?
It has come back down. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. I will quickly break down the card, but our man, Bill Buttlicker, has some props that he absolutely loves that he has sent me. First off, Funchess to catch at least 5 passes at plus 120 cash. Thursday night special, he mentioned in the chat 30 times Isaiah Crowell to score at least 1 touchdown at plus 150. So he's on a roll. He is feeling good. He really, really, really likes Will Fuller to score at least 1 touchdown and to also go over 100 yards as he did last week in almost every single game he's played with Deshaun Watson. So that's a play that he absolutely loves. He says there's absolutely amazing value on both bets to score TD and to go over 100 yards. Bet Online is where it's at. Truly believe these are huge winners. If you feel comfortable sharing, that would be awesome. So that is what he's on. He says Janoris Jenkins will very likely shadow Hopkins. So Will Fuller, who was a track star, is going to kill Webb. Eli Apple is out of the lineup with a groin injury. Great spot. You can get lesser odds if you want under 100. And that's his big play, Will Fuller, on the prop action right there. My best play of the week, Bill Buttlicker. 0 jokes there. Yes, and we go quickly over the NFL card. The only play that I was very interested in, is both the Whale Capper and Donnie Rightside love the Pittsburgh Steelers. Love them.
Yeah.
Can't believe they're getting them at this point. This spot here. I'm on the over, which I love there. Just feel like Steelers defense can't stop the Bucs offense, and the Bucs offense can't stop the Bucs defense can't stop the Steelers offense, vice versa, whatever. But yeah, they absolutely love the Steelers. They were. And
do they have any thoughts on why the market has actually bet Tampa Bay down? They opened at 3, now it's down to 1.5 or 1 at bookmaker.
Just because why? Sorry,
The market has bet Tampa Bay down.
Yes, they just think it's just a recency thing that I mean these Fitzmagic's first player ever to have 400 yards first 2 weeks, and they just think Steelers will be able to run all day. Bill Butler said not run with Connor. I mean just offensively move the chains. Bill Butler says I'm on Steelers too. Yeah. And so that was one play that they really loved. Jay Peach, who also joined us, says top 3 plays, and Scott Rock says don't listen to them. I'm not going to jump on the Steelers at this point, but I found that very interesting that they were both on those plays. Want to know what I thought was the most exciting play that Whale Capper has? He is on the Detroit Lions.
Oh, okay.
Everybody and their mom is on
Catching
the
all their
Patriots.
points.
Yeah. He loves the Dogs. So another thing that happened in the show, I'm still on the Panthers, and we can break this game down if you guys want. But they are very much on the Bengals, and everybody in the chat was on the Bengals.
Yeah, I was thinking Bengals as well. Just because, I'm not as down. I'm vaguely high on the Bengals this year in general, and not in terms of a team, in terms of their value. I think the market is undervaluing them a little bit.
Spark Sports joining us saying, I absolutely love the Saints +3 now that Freeman and McKinley are announced as out. Not only do you love the Saints, but both Donnie and Whale Capper are liking the Saints here.
They do, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, Bill Butler says Tampa Bay money's all a recency bias. Bowie Valentine loves the Chargers. You know who else loves the Chargers?
Who?
Donnie Rightside and Whale Capper.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I take that back. Excuse me, sorry. Whale Capper's on the Chargers. Donnie, though, if he was going to make a bet, thank God I stopped myself there. Donnie said if he was going to make a bet, it would be on the Rams still.
Right. I was also leaning Chargers. I talked about this game in the pre-snap read show, and Al McMorty, who is 9-3 in our show, Chargers +7 was one of his picks. So yeah, I was agreeing with that one as well. And Ian Cameron also made the Chargers +7 one of his picks as well. So
wow. Kobe Valentine saying Lions, Giants, and Chargers are my top strong leans for straight up wins.
Oh, okay.
All he needs is one. Jay Peach says, Jim, write those top 3 down. They will all be W's. Pats -6.5. Rams over full game. That was another thing that was shocking to me. Both of them like the under in that game.
In which one?
Chargers.
In the Chargers game, really?
Both
Wow.
of them like the under. And Jay Peach doesn't though. Jay Peach like Pats -6.5. Rams over full game, and Chris Thompson over total yards. I like those plays, Jay. I like those plays a lot.
Loshak's old laptop has shown up. Hello, Loshak. Hello, Loshak's old laptop.
Oh,
Thanks
wow,
for joining
really?
us. Yeah, I wonder if that's Jessica Fine, who just decided, you know what? Loshak's not such a bad guy. I'm not going to keep hating on this guy. I'm going to create a new name, and I'm going to go in and be a little bit more friendly.
How far back is that? I don't see it.
That was just very recently. That's what I'm saying. I think that Jessica Fine was just like, you know what? I'm done hating on Loshak. He's won me over.
Yeah,
He's won me over with his affability, his decent handicapping record, and I think it was the UFC segment that probably converted her. All right, so let's see. What else do we have here, Jimmy the Bag? Anything else you want to add on
Scotty
before we wrap
Rock
this
Forever
up?
says, take the over. 49ers have allowed quarterbacks to exceed 310 yards or throw multiple touchdowns 15 times since the beginning of last year. Listen, there's Loshak's old laptop.
I'm telling you, I think that's just Jessica Fine, who was like, you know what?
I've fallen for
Yeah, I'm not going to hate on him anymore. He won me over. What can I say?
Jeffrey S. is on Bengals, Giants, Saints. Scotty Rock, I have a 3-game parlay that I did bet. $100 plus $5.95. I made a video for it. I'm on the overs in that San Francisco Kansas City game that Scotty Rock is believing in. I am also on the over on the Sunday night and the Monday nighter, and I like them both very, very much. I'm quite confident in the Lions, Pats going over. That was a line I grabbed at 51.5. Now it's 53.5 and 54s.
Which one?
The Lions.
Yes,
I beat some of these
51.5.
lines a lot. Look at my Jaguars.
Yeah, and we gave it to you. It was an early line, which was only at Bet Online, I think, but that absolutely was hanging there, was sitting there, and you did grab it. It's now up to 9.5. Still only Bet Online, and now Bookmaker has it.
Yeah, I still can't bet it.
A nice job, though. You got it at 6.5 at Bet Online for sure.
I still like the over here with the Steelers Buccaneers. I am interested that they both love the Steelers the way they do, and I will look at it. My man Jim Rome's Adu says the Colts O-line blows. Yes, the Colts O-line is terrible, but this is the last time I'm going to be locking in Rodgers earlier in the week. I'm not going to do it for the rest of the season. I think that will blow up in somebody's face at some point.
Okay. Anything else before we wrap this week up, Jimmy the Bag?
Wow. Oh, Native Queen has joined us, the Oracle.
The Oracle. What does she have for us?
She's on New Orleans and the over. Uh-oh.
KC under. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, look, when you look at that game, right, and you look at the matchup, that's no accident that the line dropped from 56.5 to 55. That's someone who definitely has a lot of respect in the market, or a bunch of people have a lot of respect in the market, taking a clear position on the under.
Joe Licari tailed that parlay when you put it out. I'm 0-2 so far in those parlays, and I like this one. Now, do you think that's people overvaluing Reuben Foster, whom I love and think is incredible? Reuben Foster coming back into the lineup. We've seen what Fred Warner's already doing. Allen action also. Rams Chargers under 48.
We'll see. It's definitely going to be an interesting weekend, and we'll know the answers to all the questions that we've been debating all week long on Monday morning, which will be our next show. Go ahead.
Nice. Steelers win by 10 plus.
Yeah. I could easily see that. I could easily see the Steelers at like -7.5 at a big dog line being a nice value play. Jeffrey S. says Steelers just win by 3.
Wow.
All right.
Wow, very, very, very exciting. Kobe Valentine saying Fitzmagic for MVP. Whoa, but Al Mack on the other side. Rams Chargers over 48. Elio Rodriguez says, my guy says the Bears is the play. That's been a very interesting line movement. Money coming in on the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah. I was thinking that way as well. I mean, they're a terrible team, but I'm not sure if they're quite that bad. You do see this a lot of times in the NFL, people overreacting to how crappy a team is. Go ahead.
Kevin Garrett says Packers are angry. Will prove they are a power in the NFL against the Redskins. Listen, Kevin Garrett, I'm on the Packers. I got them -3 plus 106 earlier in the week. I just feel like it's a mistake doing that with the way Rodgers' knees acting up. Scotty Rock Forever says, thank God I'm a light whale cap up for saying such blasphemy. I love it.
All right, are we about to be done here, Jim?
We almost were.
Yeah.
But Nutflush Allen said, Pete Kristen saw the show on you saying that she could probably hook you up, and she said she's currently looking for one of her hot teacher friends for next year's iPhone.
Oh, hell yes, yes. Oh, God, what a friend Nutflush Allen is. And don't forget to remind her, weight ain't no thing with you. I like a big woman, Nutflush Allen. I like a skinny woman, too, but I like a big woman, too. So weight there, a big woman, a BBW, that is fine. You know what I'm saying with me?
I do know what
just keep it, because some people, just make these assumptions that just aren't true. And nothing wrong with a big woman there, Nutflush Allen.
You're absolutely right.
Hell yeah. All right, are we done here, Jim?
Yeah, we are done. We are almost done.
All right,
Because-
so let's bring in lucrative Larry.
No, it's not lucrative Larry today.
Who is it today? All
Everybody
right.
should be excited because we have Freddie Fortune on tap. I know not applicable saying Larry, but no, Freddie Fortune, who's now plus unit.
Oh, very nice.
Who's now plus
Nicely
units.
done. Nicely done.
Strolling in here, as intense and fiery as ever. Here he comes. Here he comes.
English Premier League.
You might want to come down
No.
just a little. No, okay.
Wolverhampton on the Asian handicap +1 -124 available at Bet365. Take the +1. Manchester United is just a luck. Please do it.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. What's going on here? All right. Freddie Fortune. That's Freddie Fortune. What a way to wrap up the week. What a week it's been. I'm very curious to see how all these games turn out in football. We'll be back reviewing it all 12 o'clock Eastern time on Monday. Thanks so much, everyone.